All right, let's get into this shit, man. Like I said, this is just wild, man. We got to see MatPat's humble beginning for Fine Hikes as Freddy. You know where it all started. That he spent how many hours? Like how many like videos that he made on this damn series? Let's be honest, man. It is wild the sheer amount that he has. Ooh, man, I like, dude, single-handedly carried Scott Cawthon's career with this shit. Let's be honest, man. Alright, let's watch this shit.
Hello once again, theorists. Welcome to
God, this brings back
MatPat
so much
Plays.
memories,
Today
man.
we are playing the scariest game of all creation. Probably never heard of it. It's called Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I probably never heard of Five Nights at Freddy, man. What a like indie game no one ever heard of.
Here we go.
God damn it, man.
It's a camera. The camera came up. Oh,
Is that
is
you?
that a bunny?
Oh no.
Is that a bunny?
Is that
It's
a
bunny.
is that a bunny? Is that a rabbit?
Oh my gosh. I am so scared right now. Oh god.
I like this start. It's so great, man.
Only the fan.
Only the fan. Only the fan.
I have never played a game this intense. Oh god, shut the doors, shut the doors, shut the doors.
Dude, turn off the light. You're double dipping in power. Dude, what a interesting start. Man is really dramatizing the start. Making fun of all the scared YouTubers at the time playing the game, acting like bitches.
Just the fan. Just the
Just
fan.
a fan. Not the fan.
I don't know about you, but every time the camera makes the sound to come up, I pee a little bit in my pants.
That's
What?
it.
That's it?
That's
The jump scare?
right. I'm gonna
Rabbit
pee my
jump scare.
pants. Oh no, I'm so scared. Wow! Oh no! Oh, is that it? Like, oh, I ain't shit. Like, goddamn, MatPat didn't have to kill the man like that. Oh my god, man, that's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, actually hilarious. Alright, let's get back into this shit.
Really? Really? Alright. I mean,
Alright, like,
God.
right? I can't stand it.
Oh,
I'm gonna
there's
die.
the bunny rabbit, shut my door.
Again, I just love, because like,
Man, this is...
listen, like, you guys, if you weren't there for it, you probably don't understand the point of this bit and why it's making fun of it. But when FNAF first came out, you got all these YouTube, like, Markiplier over exaggeratingly, like, getting scared, screaming, like, all the YouTubers were doing that shit after the Markiplier play. Freaking the hell out, like, oh god, oh no, oh no, oh god, he got me. Okay, it should be fun. Like all that type of like high reaction shit, being goofy as hell. So it's just great to see, you know,
This is truly
even back
compelling
then
gameplay.
he was mocking them. Also, did he
Gosh,
die
guys,
on night
I'm almost
one?
out
Like,
of
holy
power.
shit.
11% and it's 5 a.m. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Oh, please don't get me.
Oh
Freddy.
shit,
Please
Golden
don't
Freddy?
Get me, Freddy.
Dude, what's the odds of that?
Is this what it takes to get views on YouTube?
Alright, what is the odds? Dude, I don't... Wait. I can't tell if that was intentional or not, just because from what I understand, that is extremely rare and hard to get. So, like, even if he wanted to, like, set that up as him getting it, though he could have pre-recorded it, honestly, so fair enough. But, like, that'd be funny if that was, like, a genuine, like, reaction to not getting that. And, like, hey, yo, what the hell? This ain't normal. Like, what? That's another reason why this game is so good. Also, oh, we got the classic opening! Hey, look, I got a Facebook page! Let's back then when you make Facebook pages to promote yourself, man.
Hello, Internet.
And welcome to Game Theory.
where fear is our middle name. Matthew Fear Patrick. It's a very...
Not the Matt Fear Pat. The MatPat? The MatPat. Let's go. Okay, I coined that here, MatPat. God damn it, man. What a...
Very strange name. Okay, I'll admit it, I didn't give Five Nights at Freddy's enough credit when it first came out. A few jump
Yeah.
scares from creatures that, aren't that scary.
Man, the
People
start of it all,
overreacting
man.
to it on YouTube.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Way
MatPat's.
overreacted.
But then when I asked you about it, you showed overwhelming support for an episode on
God,
the game
old
on
comments,
Twitter,
man.
so I began to dig a little deeper. Deeper, and what I
lot of
found
lore.
was some of the most interesting storytelling, most intriguing.
No, MatPat! No! Don't look at the lore! It is not just the most interesting, it is the most convoluted. You're gonna be here forever! Run, MatPat, run!
Mysteries and most disturbing events I'd read about in a long time. Now, if you were
wait until you have to... Wait until you spend... What is, like, weeks counting animatronic toes, my man. This is just the beginning. Well, next thing you know, you're talking about dead children, to talking about how it's a dream, to talking about robo children, and counting them animatronic toes. Let's go.
just to play the game straight through 5 days, the story would actually come across as pretty superficial. You're the new night guard watching the security cameras at a Chuck E. Cheese style restaurant called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. 4 animatronics roam the halls at night because the owners don't want their servos to lock up. Bad news is, you can't let them near you or else they'll kill you on the spot because you look like a naked endoskeleton. Ow, ow! Show them those circuits.
God damn, man. The original lore. God damn, man. God, back when the lore was simple. Animatronics are haunted by the souls of dead children by a maniac that used to own the store. And they think you're empty, not empty, sorry, they think you're a ectoskeleton without being in a suit, and they're gonna stuff you. And they act extra quirky because they're haunted.
Apparently, one of them bit someone back in 87.
Oh yeah, no, not the start of the bite of 87, man. Bro, we're still not sure on this one, man. Like, because we got the bite of 87 from FNAF 4, but it actually been realized to be the bite of 83. And the bite of 87 we think happened in FNAF 2 security guard. God, man, yeah, right? The very beginning, back when we're talking about the bite of 87, and we're still can't even, like, concretely say what that event was.
Presumably 1987. And the past guard leaves you recorded phone messages to act as your tutorial. That is, as much as he could record before he got himself killed. And that's it. Stay 5 nights, collect your paycheck, done, game over, play something
Bada
new.
beam,
But
bada
playing
boom.
it that way is doing the game a huge disservice. Because that's not even scratching the surface.
Yeah,
if
there's a
you're
lot of lore.
really observant, you start to unravel the layers of unsolved mysteries around this place. You find
Read the posters.
that there's a 5th animatronic.
Yep, the
that
It's
posters
Me.
on the wall will change randomly. That news clip.
Oh shit! Wait, was that really
the posters on the wall?
Brian? Oh my god! Wait, holy shit! I didn't realize. Like, obviously, this has to be the images because they wouldn't fake it. Because Crying Child was not really that understood back then. So like, shit, man. Maybe Golden Freddy really is shit, man. We don't even know the name of Crying Child. I don't think for that 4. I think that's still a mystery. Because Mike Afton is the older brother. Who is the younger brother's name? I don't think we ever got his name, Crying Child. So shit, man. This really does point to the fact that Scott did kind of have a vague idea of a good bit of it. Because he made the It's Me saying to, like, yeah, damn, man. Don't, like, coming back to seeing some of this shit with the, let's be honest, 10 years worth of games and knowledge from all the, like, expended information does make it a lot easier. You see a lot more connections that were made. Obviously, to be fair, Scott could have made a lot more loose with a big idea. That's what I want to ask, like, Scott himself. How far ahead did you think this game through? And what I mean is, like, to me, there's, like, 4 eras of FNAF. Era 1 being from FNAF 1 to 3, which is the murder, the haunted animatronics, and, you know, the killer. So the story itself of the original kids and setting them free. With FNAF 4 biggest theory that I still believe in was originally gonna be Dream Theory. It was all a dream, but people didn't like that, so he retconned it, which is just blatantly what it is. We still don't know what's inside that goddamn box, man. God, man, that box is gonna haunt everyone forever. I still, Scott, I will never forgive you for that box, man. You piece of shit. But jokes aside, yeah. So then Era 2 is the sister location. Well, Dream Theory was Era 2, but that was like a super short era. The reason why I call it an error is that he kind of disregarded that, and most people do too. So I don't know, say like I guess era 1.5, but you see the next era is from sister location to the end of Pizzeria, where we got extended information about um like what is it called? Extended information on Afton, his family, all that shit. You know, the Remnant, all the supernatural science, like super like scientific robots, like all that weird shit. That era is the most confusing to me still. You know, with Mike Smith, or I mean Michael Afton. You got all that random bullshit, and then you got the current era. That is just the security breach era, what I like to call it, which is or the VR era, actually, what I meant. So like, you know, Help Wanted, all the way to what it is currently, which I believe is another game coming out soon. I think I heard. I'm not too sure. So yeah, it's just like I want to know like how far ahead, because to me, I think he fought 1 to 3, potentially 4 out, and one era. That, you know, you had the original story, and then he wanted to make it a dream, but he disregarded that, so we don't really count 4. So there's just a debate on if 1 to 3 was fought out and then he made 4 to close it up even further or something. It's debatable. And then you have 4, which is its own era that stands on its own because people can't tell. I guess you can include 4 in the sister location era. It's just the reason why I don't say that is just like sister location is so much bigger on its own. But we did get a lot of information with the family that was later expanded on in sister location. So I guess like that's the second era, which ends on Ultimate Custom Night. I think was with like Afton and Hell. Then you have the you know, like I said, the VR Help Wanted, the Steerwall era, where he fought that out through to the new games, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, how far ahead did he think through, and then added more to expand it further? That's my question.
Change randomly, that news clippings appear and disappear, telling the dark secrets of this twisted place. Putting it all together, here's the rest of the story. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, once a popular restaurant, fell into hard times when 5 children went missing there after being lured to a back room by a man dressed in a character costume. Though a suspect was caught and convicted, the bodies of the children were never recovered. The pizzeria was also threatened with shutdown due to sanitation complaints, as foul odors started to come from the animatronics, blood and mucus oozing from their eyes and mouths. The last article, written years after the incident, states that the pizzeria would finally be closed.
Love
by
how
year
simple
end.
this
In addition
was.
to the core 4 robots, Chica, Bonnie, Freddy, and Foxy, there's also
so simple back
unofficially
then.
referred to as
Golden Freddy.
Ignoring the rules of physics, Golden
Fun
Freddy appears
fact,
and
by the
disappears.
way, Golden Freddy was supposed to be Yellow Bear, was his name in the files or some shit, but because of goddamn Markiplier calling him Golden Freddy, he has retroactively changed the name of Golden Freddy to Golden Freddy. Like I said, he used to be Yellow Bear, but now it's Golden Freddy.
At will can
thank you,
inexplicably travel
Markiplier.
through doors
Sounds-
wherever, causing strange hallucinations. And when he attacks you, you're not taken to the typical game over screen. Your game crashes. So that's unsettling. And there's
Again,
also strange
so
messages appearing on the
super simple
walls,
back
repeating
then.
the words, "It's me." According to the game's creator, the place is indeed haunted by what we can only assume to be the spirits of the 5 lost children. So that's the gist of it. Murder, missing children, foul odors, killer robots, and pizza. But that story leaves a lot of lingering questions. Who is your character? How's he fit in? Why does he stay for 5 nights when he's very clearly confirmed?
So you see, MatPat, the serial killer that killed all those 5 mysterious children has later on had children of his own, one of them being bitten by one said robot in the head by the very golden bear that you just talked about. The daughter, was killed by a giant circus baby death machine murder robot that he himself created. We are still debating on which one died first. There's a lot of debate about that one. All right, so I don't want to get into that one. And this is the older brother that stuck said younger brother head into a robot to be bitten, and who was like also been scooped out by the possessed robot of his sister, who was killed by said robot that is now possessing it. Had all his innards scooped out, filled with robotic spaghetti, and then vomit out said robotic spaghetti. Still somehow alive, is now going to location, taking apart the robots or trying to free the souls. We're not sure which one. We're still very confused about this shit. But don't get me started on the handbook. Alright, so, MatPat, run! Run, MatPat! Run!
Confronting the possibility of death. What more can we know about this terrifying Golden Freddy? And most importantly, what is...
You don't want to know, MatPat. You're gonna spend the next 10 years trying to figure this shit out.
Is the complete story behind Five Nights at Freddy's. They're all...
The complete story? What is the complete story? We're never gonna know. We're never gonna know.
All good questions about a delightfully incomplete and mysterious story with just enough threads to keep you theorizing. So now, if you'll indulge me, let me reciprocate that story with one of my own. I think you'll find it interesting. December 1993, Aurora, Colorado. 10 p.m. Tuesday night at a local Chuck E. Cheese. After a family birthday...
This is when he referenced the real-life, like, incident at a Chuck E. Cheese, I think.
Party runs long. Manager Margaret Kohlberg and teenage employees Sylvia Crowell, Ben Grant, Colleen O'Connor, and Bobby Stevens are forced to stay late to close up shop. But as Margaret tallies receipts in the back, Bobby scrubs down the kitchen, and the other 3 work outside in the main arcade. Unknown to any of the 5, there's actually a 6th person locked in the building with them, waiting silently in the darkened restrooms. A 19-year-old named Nathan Dunlap. Earlier that year, Nathan had begun working there as a cook, dough master, before getting fired in July after a disagreement over his hours. Now, 5 months later, he was back. At 10:05, he left the bathroom, pulled out a small caliber handgun, and proceeded to execute everyone in the building. First Sylvia, then Ben, then Colleen. Dunlap then moved to the kitchen, where he surprised Bobby Stevens. The bullet entered Bobby's jaw.
So right now I'm trying to think of, like, are these names related to, like, any of the later shit? Like, but no, it's not. Also, you know what I hate so much about this shit? Well, not the fact that his man murdered, but I don't understand the law of, like, okay, fine, you want revenge, they done you wrong in your mind, but how did these workers do you wrong? Why wouldn't you just murder the owner that fired you, or the manager that fired you? Why are you murdering the other workers?
To the ground. Then finally, Nathan moved to the back, the office, where Margaret opened the safe before Nathan shot her twice. Proceeded to grab her bag, filling it with $1,600 in cash, arcade tokens, and keychains. Spurred on by the building's security footage, police were at his home a few hours later, where he was promptly arrested. Eventually, he was tried and sentenced to death, but his story re-entered the news just recently as his punishment has been postponed, leading people to debate whether he's able to sleep soundly, knowing that his execution has been delayed. This is a tragic story. A disgusting waste of human life, and one that I won't joke about or make fun of in any way. But I want to address it because I have a strong suspicion that this story is the one that inspired Five Nights at Freddy's.
Most likely.
Let's look at the facts. First, I don't think that there's any doubt that Freddy's is a parody of Chuck E. Cheese. From the singing animatronics to the alliterative naming of the characters, the parallels are just obvious, so the setting is certainly the same. Next, what year does Five Nights take place? The time is certainly kept vague, but there are clues that we can put together. For one, the Chuck E. Cheese franchise had a tremendous period of growth and success in the late 80s and early 90s. But
I just want to say, this is what I love about old, like, game theory. was you can tell they're just blatantly just built different in terms of they're more like info dump based instead of like lore. I feel like it's not only are we talking about the game lore and the information we get, but he's also filling in with fun facts like, hey, not only is this game is like having all these things like all these murders and the information of like there's 5 of them by this guy and blah blah blah. Did you know this is also like potentially inspired off of this real life tragedy where this guy did this and that? Oh yeah, pretty cool, right? Not only that, but if you look further, you can see even more inspiration, such as the name of the characters, the restaurant, so on and so on, and the theme overall. It's really great.
Started to decline along the same time as arcades, with at-home video game consoles taking center stage. So that's one clue, but we can get even more detailed, specifically with your character's paycheck. Each night you're working a 6-hour shift, and you're spending 5 nights there. So that's 30 hours of total work time for $120. In total, $4 an hour. How can they do that? That's below minimum wage for 2014. But in 1990, minimum wage was
holy shit, man. Minimum wage was only 7?
That's below minimum
25 in 2014? Damn. Really not that different. It's not like 10 now, but yet everything is like quadruple the price.
Wage for 2014.
I think it is
but
now.
in 1990, minimum wage was $3.80. In 1991, it was raised to $4.25. And by 1996, you were looking at about $5 an
Wow, look at that. In 1 year, they increased the minimum wage by 55%? No, 45%, my bad. And then in okay, that's a big gap between 1991 to 1996 from 1 year they did that. That was not done evenly. Holy shit. But you did it by a whole 75 cents by then. No, back then you were able to work as a cashier and be able to buy a home with a mortgage within like 4 years. And not take over a substantially high amount of your income, by the way. It's just bullshit how dumb the house market had become back like over this time.
So the
like
game
goddamn
seems to take place between 1991 and 1996. The Nathan Dunlap story took place in 1993. But let's move on to the most important comparison: the victims. In the game, there were 5 child victims. In the real-life story, there were also 5 victims. But we can get even more specific. Online theories about the game always tend to draw a parallel between the number of kids missing to the number of animatronics, saying that the children's bodies were stuffed in the various suits. And this appears to be true. Bonnie and Chica both have moans and raspy breath sound effects, as though someone's trying to cling to the last threads of their lives stuffed inside the costumes. And other sounds made by the animatronics are just slowed down versions of children's laughs and screams.
God,
Additionally, as the news clipping mentions, the suits ooze blood and mucus and begin to stink like decaying bodies or reanimated corpses. So 5 victims, 5 suits. Seems like a slam dunk.
The old
but nowhere
lore
does it
was
say that all 5 were murdered, only that they went missing and couldn't be found. Also, the trouble a lot of people have with this theory is Golden Freddy. Why is that guy so limp and lifeless? So unlike the others. It's weird, until you go back to the real-life story. Yes, there were 5 people shot that night in Chuck E. Cheese, which matches the 5 victims in Freddy's
but only
story.
4 died,
but
I
of
believe.
those, 1 survived.
It was shot in the
Bobby,
job, survived.
the one from the kitchen, miraculously survived the shot to his jaw. After he was knocked to the floor by the bullet, he went limp, played dead, to avoid the killer coming back to finish the job. And that relates exactly to the advice you're given on night 3 by the phone guy.
Wait, limp?
Again, let me reiterate that I'm not trying to make light of the real-life events by comparing them to bear costumes and animatronics, but I do want to point out that these similarities do exist. And what else is limp and appears to be a lifeless, empty suit in the game? Golden Freddy. Surviving the attack, Bobby was able to go to trial and be a damning piece of evidence in the case against Nathan Dunlap, ultimately leading to his death sentence. Which animatronic surprises you by appearing randomly? The one you don't expect and has no clear pattern? Golden Freddy. It's also worth mentioning that of all the cameras in the restaurant, one is always black, preventing you from seeing what's going on. That camera is located in the kitchen, leading many to assume it's where Golden Freddy hides, which just so happens to be the place Bobby was able to survive.
Oh shit, I wonder if Scott actually made it that deep of a connection. That's actually funny. I never thought about that. I always wonder why I forgot about this. I remember seeing this theory back in the day, but I forgot about that detail, man.
The
Holy shit.
attack. So I ask, odd coincidence or source
I
of
think not,
inspiration? In
right?
fact, if you think about it, the behavior of the animatronics really corresponds with key features of each of the real-life story's victims. We just covered Golden Freddy and Bobby, but the rest have strange parallels too. Bonnie goes into the utility closet filled with floor cleaning supplies, the most prominent
Yeah.
ones being a mop and a broom. It's probably one of the
Oh
most random
no,
rooms
it's gonna
in the
go.
game.
It's
Until
gonna
you
go
consider
to
that
different
Ben,
areas.
the second victim, was vacuuming at the time of the attack. Foxy is
Yep.
kept sequestered in the back of the building, behind a curtain, more aggressive than all the rest. Similar to the way Margaret, the manager, was in the back office counting receipts at the time of the murder.
Was killing
Her
more
role as
aggressively.
manager would inherently make her more aggressive or assertive. Sylvia was closest to the bathroom and was cleaning up the salad bar at the time of the attack. Chica walks past the bathroom and is associated
man.
with food. And Freddy, well, he doesn't have that strong of a parallel with Colleen, but he does appear in the girls' restroom. Odd for what we would assume to be a male animatronic. Maybe it's a reference to Colleen being a girl, or a nod to Nathan's plan of hiding in the bathroom until he was ready to attack. Alright, after doing all the research, reading every fan theory in existence, and putting all the clues together, what can this mean for the story of the game? I think the game is an allegory for that night back in 1993. Here's my final interpretation. You, Mike Schmidt, are the murderer, former employee of Freddy's Pizzeria. Like Nathan in the real story, you were fired for the reasons.
You know, it wouldn't be that far off if you believe in the Mike is helping Afton theory, which is a big debate. I don't know if we finally solved it. I think Mike wasn't working for Afton, since I think Michael was was the security guard in Pizzeria Simulator, or the owner that got them all there to burn them all. So that's like showing that he's not working with them. I'm not too sure.
Stated in the Day 7 pink slip, tampering with the animatronics, being unprofessional, odor. Maybe it was your tampering with the robots that caused the infamous bite of 87. Regardless, like Nathan, you were...
Oh no! If you believe... if you... yeah, it ain't too far off! Him tampering with the robot did cause the bite of 87. You think the FNAF 4 bite was the bite of 87. And this is Michael! The older brother of crying child. That is the one possession going, Freddy going, it's me! Holy shit, that's hilarious. I'm clipping that. Oh my god. Holy shit. That is so hilarious, man.
Mad and wanted to get even. So you lured children to the back using a costume, killed them, stuffed their bodies into the animatronic suits, hoping to get the place shut down, then left. Notice that the newspaper clippings never say it's an employee of the company luring the children away, but we know it must have been someone with access and knowledge of the employees-only section of the building. And as the newspaper clippings clearly show, just like Nathan, you were caught almost immediately, captured on the security footage. You were arrested, tried, and convicted, forced now to live on death row. The Freddy's Pizzeria you work in now are just the nightmares that haunt you, taunting you every night with the phrase, "It's me, it's me." It is you. You are the killer. The nightmare is also why everything is so surreal. Posters switching at random, heads on the animatronics glitching, Golden Freddy appearing and disappearing at will, taunting you as the one that got away. It's also why you're only at the pizzeria from midnight to 6 a.m. every night. It's a nightmare. It's in your sleep. It's a place you created. A restaurant.
No! Don't mention Nightmare Theory! No! And we got later on how the FNAF 4 is confirmed. I think it was confirmed FNAF 4 is Michael being tested on with nightmare-inducing gases. Oh my god, MatPat, no! He's predicted the future lore! Oh no. Holy shit. Holy shit.
long closed as evidenced by the spider webs, and overrun with angry spirits out for revenge on you, and you alone as the one who took their lives, as evidenced by them completely ignoring the naked endoskeleton elsewhere in the building. It's also a place you can't escape from, why you find yourself back there night after night, even after you complete your 5 nights. See you back next week, the ending text goes. You're unable to leave this terror, the threat of death, the guilt, because it never ends. And in a delightfully ironic twist, your personal hell forces you to supervise the exact same security footage that led to your capture in the first place.
Did he just say personal hell? No. No! He also predicted Ultimate Custom Night! You son You know William personalized hell that he's stuck in? Bro just predicted the future of the games! Oh my god.
But hey,
that's just a theory. The game theory.
Sweet dreams.
Oh, okay, never mind. Oh no, not the sweet dreams. Dream theory. Dream
You know
theory.
what October reminds me of? Traveling from door to door in order to get free snacks on Halloween. Look at this.
Man.
With Nature Box, every month is like your own personal reverse Halloween, where you don't have to do anything and the snacks come to you at your door. Huh. Pretty awesome. No costumes required. The only thing that is required is that you scroll your mouse on down the screen and click
is
the
this
link
a
in the
sponsor?
description or type in naturebox.com/MatPat.
Bro, is this like one of the earliest version of
boom, free trial
of a sponsor?
Description and check it out. And
yeah, well, anyway, that was really fun. I also recorded this bit for YouTube, so say hi YouTube if you're seeing this in the video, and be sure to like and subscribe. All right.